Like seriously. I have a pair of Louis Vuitton. Ready? Heather, Sammy Vlog. Everybody, how you doing? Guys, how y'all doing? Heather
Mm,
here. And
Phantom and Phan.
here. For
We're
those
here.
that are new, that is my older sister from another Mr. or Mrs. That is my godfather's daughter. So to us, we're sisters. Anyway, how is everybody's Thursday going so far? I hope and pray that y'all woke up with a blessed state like I did and like my sister did. But today's video is gonna be kind of different. We haven't done this in a couple months, like 8 months maybe, right?
Yeah, probably.
Somewhere there. Anyways, Heather it has having a day off from walking today because let me tell you, my thighs is really burning. And I don't mean that kind of a burn either, okay, y'all? I mean, because I've been doing so much, like, between the swimming and not going swimming this week to all the walking, you could really feel it, me slimming down some. But anyways, today's video,
Okay.
I'm gonna ask my sister, Patty Ann, um, some questions, and the questions is about about me. So,
Uh, let's talk
hi.
about you.
How are you doing today?
But occasionally, I want to talk about me.
Well, I, I, I can.
I'm good.
You good? You good?
I'm
You
good. I'm good. Can't
ha-
complain.
everything is good over there with the work, the kids.
Yep. Dylan starts going out on the road next week driving.
Oh my God! People be off the streets.
He's actually really good because I've been taking him out.
He hasn't
Um,
ran over the neighbor's cat or dog.
no, he's been doing really good actually.
Well, that's a
So now he
blessing.
has So now he has to get his hours in for, the driving school.
So, what kind of car does he want?
You know what? He hasn't said. He's
Whew.
not like Austin. When Austin was younger, Austin always said, like, I'm going to get an Audi for my first car. But Dylan's never really said anything. So
And what
I
did
don't know.
Austin get for his first car?
An Audi at 17 years old. But Dylan
Badass thing.
hasn't really said, like, what he wants for a car. Like, he's never really, like, talked about the car that he wanted.
Maybe you should
So
ask him.
I asked him, and I don't know. So.
So since we were kids, we haven't seen each other since we were kids and stuff. How was it when you first seen me when you picked me up at my mom's house? Like, how did you feel?
Well, I was excited to see you because that was the first time that we had seen each other, and
I
I
was
don't know how
12.
long.
I was 12.
So, like 20 years, maybe, right?
You found me like 10 years ago.
Right.
So maybe 25, something like that.
So it had been a very, very long time. Um, so I was excited to see you because we had talked on the phone and everything, but we actually hadn't seen each other in 20 something years. So, it was excited, a little emotional because we had grown up together and knew each other as kids. And then
Oh,
we lost so much time because my father passed away, and we moved, and at the time, like when you're young, like we didn't have cell phones. There was really no way to keep in contact until Facebook came along, and then we were able to reconnect. I found you, through social media, but we didn't have that. When we lost touch with each other, there was no
God,
way to communicate. There was no way to
yeah.
communicate.
When I received that text, y'all, it said, I still remember this text. It said, "I'm not sure if you are who I am looking for, but my father used to call you Tank."
Yep.
That did it, y'all. Because my godfather, ever since I was a little girl, I've always been big boned. So my godfather used to always call me Tank. So I knew once I all that word Tank. Once
Yeah.
I seen that the tears, I call her right away. Ding.
Because it was such an unusual nickname. So unless you were on the inside, you would never have known that that was your nickname.
Nope.
You know,
He had a nickname for everybody. Like
for
seriously.
everybody. And
But
he called you Tank from the very beginning. From the very beginning. And that's just kind of how he always referred to you. So, of course, growing up, you know, that stuck with me, your nickname. So, unless you knew like what he calls you, you would never have known,
yeah,
you
I
know?
I was feeling so like I was feeling so nervous when I was at my mom's house waiting for y'all to come pick me up or to come see me. My mom was like, "Heather, relax, sit down." I'm like, "Ma, you don't understand. I haven't seen it in so many years. Like, I wanted to cry, but I was happy. I was like feeling up my emotions. But when I see you, I was like, oh my god. I was like, oh. Now, since
And as
you
far as the way you looked, like you still looked how I remembered you.
and how's that? How do you remember me? I mean,
Like
what did I?
if you could pull up that picture,
Which one?
the one where I must have been like a school picture or something like that, with the short blonde hair. I think it was like, like how we did our style back then. Like the round face, but like you still like had that same face. Like you hadn't really changed from like when I met you. Like some people change a lot. Like I'm sure I look completely different. Hold on one second.
Mm-hmm. Let me look for the picture that she is actually talking about. Let me see. I have so many pictures on my Facebook, y'all. Album. I have so many.
Yeah, like so anyways, that was like the last picture that I had seen of you. So that was one of the last like memories that I had of you, and you still looked like that when I met you.
I mean, my face never changed.
It didn't, and I know like for me, like I know that I have changed through the years.
The only thing for you, you got chunky because you was this skinny girl.
I was.
You were very skinny, just like my little sister. She was like a stick, you
But
know.
then I had four kids, so I kind of have that little pouch there in the front.
You know, but oh god. So since you found me and I've been to your house and we spent time together, what do you think of me as an adult?
Well, I mean, I didn't know you through your rough years.
Teenagers.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yes, I didn't know you then. So I
You only
didn't
knew me
know.
as a kid.
Right. So to me, everything like still seemed the same. Like you still seem had the same great personality, and
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? Like still like the bubbly, outgoing person that you always were, like now compared to then. But like there was those 20 years that I didn't see you, so like I can't compare. Like from what you told me, you've come a long way from your teenage years. A long way. You've overcome a lot and you've come a long way.
Amen. I
But I
have.
didn't get to actually witness that because we had lost contact for all that time. But from the last time I saw you at 12 or 13 till now, I mean, you still have that same great personality, same great outlook on life, you know.
Mm.
Um, and
I have changed a whole lot. Like, if people say they cannot change, oh, yes, you can.
right. But I didn't know you during those years of your time.
I'm
So
glad you
only from what you told me. So just from what you told me, you certainly overcame
didn't.
a lot, and you changed your
Yeah.
life completely around from where you were in your teenage years, and for that I'm proud of you because
Ah,
that's
thank
not
you so
that
much, man.
that's not easy to do under any circumstances, you
No,
know.
and what she's talking about is me being homeless, living in the streets, acting a fool, selling drugs, doing drugs, being in the gang. That's what she's talking about, y'all. And yeah, I've overcame all that. Been drug free 16 years now. I don't pop no more. Me being, hanging out with the associations. I don't sell drugs. I don't do drugs. I smoke weed, and that's it. Like, it's about me
But you know
now.
what, right, but had I have like going back, so had I have known you during your teenage years, we might not have a relationship today, you know. I mean, obviously there's no way to know, but like
No, you're
I
absolutely right. I would have either robbed you, tried to beat you up. Like, that's how I was, and I'm ashamed of what I did, what I've done in my life. I robbed my cousin for like a $500,000 just because I needed to get some more drugs to sell and for me so I can get high on crack cocaine. Like I've done some shit,
right.
but the way I see it is as long as I talk about it and I apologize for everything, like my family and my friends understood. But me and you would have probably gotten into a fight. You're absolutely right.
Right, and we might not have had a relationship today had I still was in contact with you during like your teenage years when you were doing all of that. You know, who knows?
You would have been highly
However,
disappointed in me. You really would
however,
have.
right. And that's what I'm saying because we had high expectations of you because,
Mm.
my father knew you when you were like a baby, a year old. And when your mother was thinking about getting rid of you, it was my father that was like, no, like, you're not going to put her up for adoption. If you do, I want her. And I kind of almost wish that he did raise you because if he did, because me and my brothers, like, we all have great lives. And we were always on like the straight and narrow path. Like, we didn't get into trouble or anything like that. So, had my father have raised you, your life would have been completely different today than it was.
And you're
I
absolutely
mean,
right.
obviously, like everything that you went through made you who you were today, but you might have
Amen.
had a different outcome, had your mother decided to do the adoption and my father take you,
I mean,
you know?
my mom never wanted me ever since I was a baby, and what she's talking about, I just found out a couple of days ago that my godfather and my aunt, her, Patty Ann's mom, were going to adopt me. Like I remember my aunts and my uncles and my grandparents saying the same thing. But she only kept me because when I was young, she was collecting food stamps, and you know, it, I just never understood why she hated me so much. Like
But the thing is she wanted to give you up for adoption, but she never did. But there was so many people that wanted you,
hmm so
that
many
would have
people.
stepped up and gave you the love and the family orientation that you needed. And she didn't allow that. She talked about it, but she just never followed through with it. So she kept you for whatever selfish reason, like you said, because she wanted the food stamps or whatever. But like, you would have had a completely different life had you have been in a
I was
different
her care.
household. Right.
hmm
You might not have gotten to gangs and things like that. I mean, obviously we'd have no way to predict these things,
Well,
but a
like
lot of it has to do with. Hmm.
the main reason why I really got into that because I was looking for a family.
Right.
I was
And they
looking,
gave you that.
and they did, and they actually looked out more for me than my mother has. Yes,
Right.
I've done some shit, but damn, I wouldn't be who I am today, and that's the truth.
Right.
You know,
But I'm very proud of you because you have overcame a lot, and I know that it's not easy given like my field of background for work. I know that it's not easy to overcome a lot of those obstacles. So, you know, so I'm proud of you for that because it's not easy.
oh,
And
thank you.
and still after 16 years later, 17 years later, I mean, you're still doing the right thing.
Yeah,
You didn't
fall.
right. And it's so easy to kind of get back into that pattern again. I mean, a lot of times people go through rehab 5, 6, 7, 8 times before they're clean for even 90 days, and then they fall back again.
I didn't want to go to prison no more. I didn't want that life no more. Like I was getting older. I was what 30 when I came out of prison. So like one more time, I would be gone for gone. And I like doing YouTube. And I got a good family on YouTube, and for me to talk about the things that I talk about that nobody really talks about on their platform, it gives me the opportunity to talk about things that I've been through my entire life.
Right.
You know,
Boy.
people ask me all the time, like, "What's your channel about?" I'm like, "I'm a vlogging channel. My channel is based on me being HIV positive, but I talk about multiple things."
Right. You've talked about your struggles and things that you've had to overcome, and just some of your day-to-day things, like, people see little videos and they think, Heather looks fine, she's doing good, but they don't see like behind the scenes, the struggles that you have to go through with on the days that you're not feeling good or something like that. They don't always see all of that.
So tell them what I go through. What do I go through every day? Like seriously.
I mean, every day, I mean, you are in pain every single day from, you had a stroke, so you're in pain with that and everything. And you don't always express that, and people don't always see the pain that you go through. And then you have, like, whether it's your seizures or the headaches to the toxoplasmosis, people don't see that, the pain that you have on a daily basis.
And mind you, I don't take any kind of pain med at all.
Right.
My husband tells me that he's never seen a strong woman as strong as me, that I can endure so much pain on a daily basis. Manny, on the other hand, chicken out and just take something else. You know what I mean? But me, I don't want that. Just give me a nice blunt, and I'm okay. Like right now, I'm in pain, but you know, I like to do my videos. You guys know that what I go through, but you don't know, you know? So that's why she's telling you, you know, what happens. I'm always
Right.
crying. I'm always in pain. I'm always screaming, yelling, crying, whatever, because it hurts. And being HIV positive, it hurts your bones.
Right.
And having seizures more now. So I gotta tell my doctor I need an MRI because I think the toxoplasmosis is coming back. And if it is,
Now with that, does it lie dormant and then resurface? Is that
well, that's why I was on the chemo and radiation because what it does is it puts them to sleep. So I guess they just wake back up. But the scary thing about toxo, I could be sitting here talking to you and I could die right here. It could take me at any moment.
right?
My doctor always says you're not going to die from complications from the virus. You're going to die from toxoplasmosis.
Wow.
But this is a long video. I didn't realize that it's been this long already, 20 minutes. But we can stop this and we can pick up on another video some other time. But please y'all make sure if you made it this far, you hit some thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notifications to bing on, and make sure you tell your family and friends about Heather, of course. Tell them to like, subscribe, share, follow me, literally on everything. And remember, hit that notification bell when you want to be notified when you want to see more videos. I love each and every one of you. I love you, Phantom and Phan.
I love you.
Peace. God bless to every one of you. All right, how you shut this off?
Oh
Oh,
my